What's up with everybody? It's your boy Rymir here. I just want to get on here and let everybody know the updates, what's going on. It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. You know, I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that.
The internet is in complete meltdown right now, and this time the drama surrounding Jay-Z is getting darker, messier, and far more emotional than people expected. Because according to Rymir Carter, he is done begging quietly, done waiting for courts, done hoping for private conversations, and now he says he is finally ready to expose everything his mother allegedly kept hidden for years. But here's the twist that has people frozen. Rymir is not only accusing Jay-Z of being his biological father, he is also claiming that his mother Wanda was trapped, manipulated, and silenced while she was still just a teenager. And now the internet is dragging Beyonce directly into the storm, because people are starting to ask one brutal question. How long has everybody known?
I stand on my allegations regarding this matter. Mr. Carter, defense attorney in 2012 in New Jersey, didn't want me to sit next to her in the courtroom and stated, I quote, "I don't want her sitting next to me. I don't want her sitting next to me. I would not represent someone like her."
See, this story has lived online for years. Every few months it disappears, then suddenly comes roaring back louder than before. But lately, things feel different. Rymir is no longer speaking like someone asking for attention. He sounds like someone who is emotionally exhausted, somebody tired of fighting a billionaire machine that never even publicly acknowledges his existence. And according to him, he has receipts, family photos, private documents, timelines, stories his mother allegedly told him before she passed away. The internet detectives already started putting side-by-side photos of Rymir and Jay-Z all over TikTok and Twitter. Same smile, same eyes, same face shape. People are calling it eerie. Meanwhile, Beyoncé's name keeps getting pulled into conversations she never directly addressed. Fans noticed something strange recently too.
Behind closed doors, that's only one case that we withdrew for right now. But it's a lot going on. You know how this industry works. These judges, these lawyers, these high celebrity people, they try to use all different types of tactics and call it what you want, bully tactics and different types of stuff to, you know, slow it down and just change the narrative.
Every time Jay-Z and Beyoncé post family content online, comments about Rymir flood the page within seconds. What used to sound like conspiracy gossip is now turning into a full-blown public debate. And honestly, that is what makes this story so uncomfortable. Because this is not just about celebrity gossip anymore. It is about family, power, silence, and one man claiming he spent his whole life trying to be recognized by a father who allegedly wanted him erased from the narrative completely. Now, people are asking whether Rymir is exposing the truth or destroying one of the most carefully protected empires in entertainment history. To understand why this story keeps exploding online, you have to go all the way back to the beginning, before Beyoncé, before Rock Nation, before billion-dollar business deals and luxury art collections, back when Sean Carter was still climbing his way through Brooklyn streets trying to become Jay-Z. According to Rymir's family, that is when everything allegedly started. Rymir claims his mother Wanda met Jay-Z during the late 1980s when she was still very young, and this is where the story immediately becomes emotional, because Wanda allegedly told family members that she was only 16 years old when their relationship began. Rymir has repeated that claim for years. He says his mother stood by that story until the day she died. Now, let's be honest for a second. That accusation alone is enough to shake people, because when fans hear the word trapped, they are not hearing a simple paternity rumor anymore. They hear imbalance, power, fear, silence. And according to Rymir, his mother spent years feeling powerless against Jay-Z's growing influence. Wanda allegedly signed affidavits before her passing, claiming Jay-Z was Rymir's biological father. Rymir says his family tried repeatedly to push for legal action, DNA testing, and court hearings, but somehow the case never moved forward the way they hoped. Every time attention started building, the story would disappear again. But what nobody expected was for social media to completely change the game. Years ago, celebrity rumors mostly stayed in blogs and tabloids. Today, one TikTok video can reopen an entire scandal overnight. One side-by-side comparison can send millions of people digging through old interviews, legal documents, and timelines like internet detectives. That is exactly what happened here. Suddenly, people started reposting old clips of Rymir crying during interviews. Old petitions resurfaced online. Old claims about DNA testing started trending again. And then, fans began comparing Rymir's facial features to Jay-Z's younger photos. The conversation exploded from gossip to obsession. Some people instantly believed him. Others called him a clout chaser. But the one thing nobody could ignore was his consistency. Rymir has been telling the same story for years, and according to supporters, that consistency is exactly why they think there might be truth buried underneath everything. Meanwhile, Jay-Z has never publicly accepted the allegations. His legal team repeatedly denied the claims over the years and described them as false and ridiculous. Publicly, Jay stayed silent. No emotional interviews, no press conferences, no explanations, just silence. And sometimes silence becomes louder than words, especially online. Because once the internet notices silence, people start filling in the blanks themselves. Every time Jay-Z avoids the topic, speculation grows even bigger. Every time Beyoncé posts a polished family moment online, critics flood the comments asking about Rymir. It turned into a public relations nightmare that never completely disappears. And this is where Beyoncé enters the emotional center of the story. See, Beyoncé built an image around perfection, privacy, control, family unity. Even during cheating rumors involving Jay-Z years ago, she never fully lost control of her brand. Lemonade transformed pain into power. Fans praised her strength. Their marriage survived publicly. But Rymir's allegations are different. This is not just about infidelity. This is about the possibility of a hidden child connected to painful accusations involving a teenage mother. That changes the emotional weight completely. And according to online rumors, Beyoncé is allegedly become deeply frustrated over how often the story resurfaces. Some blogs even claim she broke down emotionally after seeing the internet compare Rymir to Blee Ivy and Jay-Z in viral posts. Now, nobody truly knows what happens privately inside celebrity marriages, but people online are convinced this situation is becoming impossible to ignore, especially because Rymir refuses to disappear. Every year he comes back stronger, louder, more emotional, and now he says he is prepared to release family albums and private materials that allegedly support his claims. That is where the drama takes another turn.
Because now this is no longer only about courts. Rymir appears focused on public opinion instead. He seems to understand something powerful about modern celebrity culture. Even if you cannot win legally, public perception can still destroy reputations. And honestly, social media already picked a side in many ways. TikTok users stitched together comparison videos showing Rymir and Jay-Z at similar ages. Twitter threads analyze old timelines. YouTube bloggers call Rymir Jay's forgotten son. Instagram comments under Beyoncé's family photos constantly mention him now. The internet turned this into a courtroom without rules. But here's the part that makes this situation especially messy. There have been other paternity rumors connected to Jay-Z over the years too. Some faded quickly, others created temporary viral moments before disappearing. Critics argue that Rymir's story only gained traction because celebrity culture loves scandal. They believe people want to tear powerful couples down. Supporters disagree completely. They say wealthy celebrities can bury stories, delay court cases, and outspend regular people until they give up emotionally and financially. To them, Rymir represents somebody fighting a system designed to protect billionaires. And the emotional tension keeps growing because Rymir does not speak like someone chasing luxury. Most of the time, he sounds hurt. During interviews, he talks about wanting acknowledgement more than money. He speaks about identity, about growing up without answers, about watching another family publicly celebrated while feeling erased from the picture himself. That emotional angle is exactly why people connect with Rymir. Because even outside celebrity culture, many people understand what it feels like to crave recognition from a parent, to wonder why somebody never claimed you publicly, to watch them build a happy image somewhere else while you feel invisible. And suddenly, this story stops feeling like celebrity gossip again. It starts feeling painfully human. But what nobody expected was how heavily Beyoncé's image would become tied to all of this. For years, Beyoncé and Jay-Z represented Black excellence, wealth, legacy, and family success. Together, they became bigger than music. They became a cultural institution. Everything about their image feels polished and carefully controlled. That is why this controversy hits differently. Because if Rymir's claims were ever proven true, people would immediately start questioning everything. How long did Jay-Z know? Did Beyoncé know? Was the silence intentional? Was protecting the empire more important than acknowledging another child? Those are brutal questions, and the internet asks brutal questions with zero mercy. Fans already started revisiting old Beyoncé lyrics and interviews searching for hidden clues. Others compared this situation to Drake hiding Adonis before Pusha T exposed everything publicly. Back then, people mocked Drake for denying fatherhood until public pressure forced acknowledgement. Critics now wonder whether Jay-Z is facing a similar public perception battle. The difference is that Jay-Z's situation carries even heavier emotional accusations attached to it. And honestly, the public mood has shifted in recent years. People are less willing to blindly protect powerful celebrities now. They question wealth, influence, PR teams, silence. What used to disappear quietly 10 years ago now lives forever online. That is exactly why Rymir's strategy appears dangerous. Instead of relying only on legal systems, he is weaponizing visibility, emotion, sympathy, public curiosity. And if those alleged family albums ever leak publicly, social media will explode instantly, whether the claims get legally verified or not. Because perception moves faster than facts online. One viral image can shape public opinion permanently. And right now, Jay-Z's silence is becoming part of the evidence for many people watching from the sidelines. The emotional damage surrounding this entire situation feels heavy no matter what people believe. If Rymir is telling the truth, then this becomes a heartbreaking story about abandonment, identity, and power. A man allegedly spending his entire life trying to be acknowledged by his father, while watching that father become one of the richest celebrities on earth. Imagine growing up seeing your alleged father praised everywhere, watching people celebrate him as a genius businessman, husband, and family man, while you feel completely invisible yourself. That kind of emotional rejection can shape somebody forever. And if the allegations are false, then this becomes another painful example of how celebrity rumors can spiral out of control online until they consume entire families publicly. Either way, there's real emotional fallout happening here. Because Beyoncé's children are old enough now to eventually see these conversations online. Blue Ivy already lives in the spotlight. Every viral rumor becomes part of the family's digital history forever. That alone changes the emotional stakes completely. And honestly, fans are emotionally divided too. Some people feel protective over Jay-Z and Beyoncé because they built such a powerful legacy together. Others feel sympathy for Rymir because they see vulnerability in him.
They see somebody crying online, speaking about rejection, and fighting for acknowledgement against impossible odds. That emotional split keeps this story alive. Nobody fully agrees, nobody fully lets it go. And maybe that's why this controversy refuses to disappear year after year. Because underneath the celebrity headlines, people recognize something deeper: family pain, secrets, silence, the fear of being erased. At the center of everything is one simple question nobody can stop asking. What if Rymir is telling the truth? Because if he is, then this is not just another celebrity scandal. This becomes a story about power protecting itself while one person desperately fights to be seen. And if he is not telling the truth, then it still shows how dangerous internet culture can become once speculation grows larger than facts. But either way, the Carter empire is being forced into a conversation it never wanted publicly. And what makes this even more explosive is the timing. Jay-Z and Beyoncé spent years building an untouchable image: billion-dollar deals, Grammy history, luxury lifestyles, philanthropy, family branding, everything polished perfectly. But scandals hit harder when the image looks flawless on the outside, because perfection creates pressure. The moment cracks begin showing, people cannot stop staring. Now, Rymir says he is no longer afraid. He claims he spent years being ignored, dismissed, and pushed aside. And according to him, releasing those family albums could finally force the world to confront what he says has been hidden for decades. Whether people believe him, one thing is absolutely true: the internet already made him part of the conversation permanently. And silence may no longer be enough to make this disappear.